Hey SurfNav, welcome back. This is still Walt, the SurfNav instructor, and we're going to continue on with our ETA problem from our op box off the coast of Hawaii to Vladivostok. In the last video, we determined that it'll take us 8 days, 14 hours, and 56.7 minutes to transit between our op box and Vladivostok. For this video, we're going to add our transit time of 8 days, 14 hours, 56.7 minutes to our departure time in GMT of 22:30 GMT on 11 November 2023, and that will give us our arrival time in Vladivostok in GMT. So we figured out that we're going to depart our op box at 22:30 GMT on 11 November 2023. Let's go ahead and add our transit time. From the last video, we determined that it would take us 8 days, 14 hours, and 56.7 minutes to transit from our op box to Vladivostok. We're now going to take that and add it to our departure time in GMT. So let's add the 8 days over here under the days. Then we'll add the 14 hours over here under the hours. So here are the hours. And finally, we'll add the 56.7 minutes over here under the minutes. Time to do some math. Whenever I'm doing any math, especially ETAs, I like to start with the smallest unit. So we have minutes, hours, and days. Minutes is going to be the smallest unit. So I'm going to do the minutes first. Then I'll add the hours. And finally, we'll add the days. This is helpful because if our minutes go into the next hour, we just add an hour over here. Or if our hours go into the next day, we'll just add another day over here. So we'll start by doing our minutes first. In our calculator, we'll take 30 and we'll add 56.7 minutes, and we get 86.7. However, this number needs to be between 0 and 60, just like any time, the minutes will always be between 0 and 60 minutes, because there's only 60 minutes in an hour. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 60 of these minutes, so we'll subtract 60, and we'll add 1 hour over here to the hours column, so that they cancel out, because 1 hour equals 60 minutes. So this 86.7 minutes becomes 26.7 minutes. And then we'll add an hour over here to account for those 60 minutes. So now for the hours, we'll take 1, we'll add it to 22, add it to 14, and we get 37 hours. So we're going to arrive at 37:26.7 GMT. Now, unfortunately, this is not a time. We use 24-hour time, so our time needs to be between 0000 and 23:59. So what we'll do is, similar to when we took 60 minutes and an hour, we're going to, in this case, this tells us that we're actually going to arrive on the next day. If 2400 is midnight on the next day, we're going to arrive about 17 and a half hours after that. So what we need to do is we're actually going to subtract 24 hours from here, and to take account for that, we're going to add 1 day over here. That way it's a 1-for-1 swap. So now when we do this math, we're going to do 37 minus 24. That gives us 13. We'll bring down the minutes, 13:26.7. So we're going to arrive at 13:26.7 GMT. Now it's time to do the day of arrival. So over here, let's do a little math. We're going to take 1, we're going to add to 11, we're going to add it to 8. We'll just put that into our calculators, and we get 20. So we're going to arrive on 20 November 2023. So we just calculated our arrival time in Vladivostok in GMT. So we're going to arrive at 13:26.7 GMT on 20 November 2023. And there it is. We determined that we will arrive at 13:26.7 GMT on 20 November 2023. That's when we'll arrive in Vladivostok in GMT. In our next and last video, we'll be taking that arrival time in GMT and we're going to convert it to zone time by figuring out the zone description that Vladivostok keeps and then applying it.